Hello, my name is Kyle Varela. About 2 months ago, I was the victim of an attempted murder and assault with a deadly weapon, with deadly force, and with the intent to do great bodily harm, all of which occurred at 345 California Street, San Francisco, an official public open space, while attempting to get water. I was using a 10-inch pair of pliers, channel locks. In fact, I had just positioned them and was gripping them to turn the cube-shaped valve stem and turn the faucet on. Just then, a security guard drop-kicked my arm and hand that I was holding the pliers in as hard as he could. I believe he had every intention to kill me, put me in the hospital, or worse. Allow me to repeat. A security guard drop-kicked my arm and hand that I was holding large pliers in while my face was 12 inches away, all my attention focused on opening a faucet to fill a water bottle. That same guard, just moments before then, had instructed the other security guard to stand out of my way and to let me use the faucet, and to observe and report only, quote unquote. Then skip ahead a minute when the other guard tells me to get the fuck out of there. The first guard intimates to the other guard, "Yeah, but did you see how he is recording us?" As if to say, actually, we can't let him do that. Was it just the premeditated deadly weapon assault, or does his whole outlook on my well-being seem bleak and homicidal? The premeditation is possible to pinpoint and differentiate as the guard's prerogative as he was stalking me to the faucet changes from trying to prevent me from using the faucet to facilitating it, the exact opposite, instructing the other guard not to block my way. Obviously, so he could then take the opportunity to blindside murder kick me and attempt to send my pliers, a tool I use to create fine art, into my face to cause as much destruction as possible when I'd least expect it, as efficiently as he could. Never in a million years would I assume anyone could or would commit such a malicious and heinous act of violence against anyone else. 40 minutes before the assault, I had gotten water there. The same guards harassed me in the same fashion, and observed me use my pliers to open the same faucet. When I returned there that second time, I made it a point to let the guard know I would be getting water again, in an attempt to avoid problems. He responded with harassments, and I continued on toward where the faucet is. Both guards followed, and halfway there, it appears the guard realized he'd have the opportunity to kick my pliers into my face, so long as the other guard weren't successful at dissuading me through his physically preventing my access to the amenity, and changed the whole interaction and purpose to facilitate him getting that chance. How I survived it was pure luck. The recessed faucet enclosure was solid brass and had a solid brass cover that was hinged at the top, and the pliers hit it before they would have hit me, deflecting most of the pliers' immediate extreme velocity. And my glassblower's grip on the pliers held. I'm a drummer too, and the imposed force and direction of the pliers my arm naturally resisted. And there the pliers stopped, 6 inches from my face. A blur of an instant, a moment's loss. I held the pliers up in the air, recoiled in a defensive position. The guard tried to provoke me into attacking him, or was trying to have a self-defense cover for beginning to attack me again, as he repeated, "Don't touch it again," over and over, louder and louder. I insisted it was a public faucet, and asked what the fuck, proffering the reality that he could have broken my arm. The WTF was more just a rhetoric expression of my utter lack of understanding of the possible reasoning, and as of that time hadn't realized the more serious risk to my life his attack could have resulted in. He replied, "You tried to assault me," and started with the repeating louder and louder. Unsuccessfully, of course, if he was trying to provoke me in any way. I announced I was going to put my pliers away, and did so. At that moment of impasse, the second guard said, "Now get the fuck out of here." The homicidal guard said, "Yeah, but did you see how he is recording us?" I wasn't going to miss my opportunity to get the fuck out of there. Acting confused, apologetic, and thankful, stuttery, scared, and incompetent was sufficient to satiate the homicidal guard's desire to eliminate what risk there was of evidence making it to the proper authorities, and or to capitulate to his unwavering resolve to deny me water from that faucet. He must have thought I didn't realize he just tried to kill me. Well, I did realize that, and I didn't forget, and I did upload the video the very next day, just in case anything happened to me, and I'm still going forward with the complex process of making sure the malicious, murderous, treacherous capabilities of this person are known, investigated, and made no longer a threat danger, or liability to the public in whatever way our great country's legal system determines is appropriate and necessary. 345 California Street is a public open space, as I already mentioned, on the Zoning Commission's privately owned public open spaces map and featured in the SF Planning Department's Today's Downtown Gallery. Also, it's a downtown plan open space, so its hours are accessible at all times. Thank you for listening to my brief description of this travesty. Have a good day and happy holidays.